Katt Williams had to deal with a whole lot ever since Jay-Z's name was mentioned in the 23-page indictment. Diddy thought that he was just going to get out of jail. He had 3 bond attempts. They got him up out the picture. Next thing you know, this is where Jay-Z allegations start to surfacing. Katt Williams said that Jaguar Wright, she said everything that she saw inside them parties. Kim Porter's son, he know that Jay-Z was implemented in his mother's passing. So everybody wanted it to be Cassie, the one who actually filed a lawsuit. This stuff is over 20 years old. You cannot go out there and try to file criminal charges against somebody for something from 20 years ago. But at the end of the day, the stuff he did to them other people, it's all coming back because them NDAs don't save you from a federal indictment. It's going to be hard to get out this situation. Hit the like button, drop the RIP Kim Porter's down in the comments section. Regardless of how they look at it, Jay-Z, he should have never even been right there with Diddy when he was commencing all these crimes and activities. They already said that Gene Deal, he not letting up. He gonna tell them everything they need to know because he's an ex-parole officer. And he was right there thinking that he was just working his job when Diddy was having them to protect criminal organizations, criminal activities that was going on the plane, criminal activities that was going on while they was out of the country, out of state. Every time they got on the private jets, Young Miami should be the spokeswoman for the jurors going back and forth. This sad. At the end of the day, I want y'all to let me know if you think that Jay-Z is innocent or guilty.
Looking at P. Diddy's prolonged history of alleged violence dating back to the 90s after facing multiple lawsuits in recent months, alleging assault and other crimes, P. Diddy was indicted September 17th on charges of trafficking by force, racketeering, conspiracy, fraud, or coercion, and transporting. P. Diddy's attorney called it an unjust prosecution and said his client is an innocent man with nothing to hide. But P. Diddy's history suggests otherwise, and we're going to deep dive into that because when you really listen to some of the things that come out of his past, you're going to be like,
It's shocking. Like, at the end of the day, we know this because you saw what happened with Kim Porter. They brought up the way that Kim Porter was left up in that house unresponsive.
And we're going to get to that.
And this is a sad situation. She should have never even been taken out like that. Like, at the end of the day, people knew it was going to come out one way or another. She shouldn't have left that party. And it's sad because she left behind her kids. R.I.P. Kim Porter. Throw the R.I.P. Kim Porters down in the comment section.
In November, Cassie Victoria kicked off what became a tsunami of accusations against Combs with a lawsuit against Combs in New York federal court that included graphic claims of assault, physical abuse, and allegations that Combs, her ex-boyfriend, would force her to have relations with male workers while he watched.
That's bogus. Diddy knew exactly what him and Jay-Z was doing. Jay-Z, he's innocent on the allegation that they saying that happened with that girl, but everybody saw him at that party. Like, it was his party. And then Kim Porter left from out of that party and only went home. She just wanted to leave away from the situation. Some people want to walk away from the problem, but people always want to run behind them and try to initiate something. And it always leads back to the person who ran up on them to being prosecuted or either getting dumped by the girl. I want y'all to know this is a sad situation, but Kim Porter, I just wish she was still here today. She was a legacy in this game. Jay-Z was involved in everything that went down with Kim Porter, and everybody thought that just because Cassie filed her lawsuit that she was going to be the only one that come forth. A lot of people came forth.
It just started with Cassie, really.
A lot of people really thought that Cassie was going to be the one that put the nail in the coffin, but Kim Porter, it was an undetermined death. Kim Porter wasn't even supposed to go out like that.
Absolutely
like, at the end of the day, her
She's supposed to be here for her kids.
For real, her son's still trying to find out. I don't think Jay-Z is involved in what happened with that girl in 2000, but if they bringing up something from that long ago, it has to be some truth to something.
Because otherwise we would have moved on and not necessarily forgotten, but come to some sort of peace about it. They're still looking for answers. Hopefully they can find them sooner or later.
A lot of people know that Jay-Z is the main one who told them that Beyonce was going to be the one who actually, she wasn't going to say nothing. Like, at the end of the day, and Solange kept telling Beyonce, like, you need to tell Jay-Z to stop having them parties with Diddy because Diddy going to eventually go down. Diddy's sons, they already was prepared. They knew exactly what they was going to hear when they walked in that courtroom because the lawyer already FaceTimed them and let them know, like, everything is looking good. Your daddy, he going to eventually get out, but they going to eventually deny the bond. That's why when they walked out the front of the courthouse, they instantly, they had a frown on their face, like, at the end of the day. But Kim Porter's son, he's still trying to figure out, like, what happened to his mother. He know that Jay-Z name was implemented in it, and you can't put yourself in certain situations if you know that you can't get yourself out of it. This is a revolving door. We have to really pay close attention to the people we keep in our circle because this is sad.
As far as the courthouse situation, the lawyer really gave them false hopes because P. Diddy moved around, put a couple houses up for like sale, sold out his portion of a business, was trying to scrape together enough money to be able to say, here's more money than you could possibly ask for a bond. Please let me out. But they don't want to let him out because they're afraid that he's going to get out there and harass the witnesses and possibly put somebody at danger. There's over 120 lawsuits claimed against P. Diddy.
Facts.
Some of them may not be true, and he knows that.
Yeah,
so he's going to try to twist that and use that to his advantage. And if he could get to those, let's say 15 of them that may not have any truth behind them, it would probably scare a few others off as well.
That's why Jay-Z keeping his distance, and he said that he denouncing anybody that's with Diddy. Like, at the end of the day, he don't care what pictures and videos he on. He already said he not involved in what happened in 2000. He not involved in none of the parties. He don't know Diddy no more. For you to say that about somebody, you have to really be looking at what they did, and you want to stay unconnected from that type of stuff.
This is Jay-Z's lawyer really trying to give him an out, an alibi, an ace in the hole card. It's not going to work because the American people are not buying it. We have watched Jay-Z and P. Diddy support each other for years. There is no way you're going to tell me they weren't friends.
Beyonce kept telling Kim Porter she didn't know what Diddy and Jay-Z kept going in the back of that room with the double doors for. But then when they finally went in there, they already knew. This is where they found the tapes at. And I want y'all to know, they said that Diddy had cameras in the wall. Like, at the end of the day, the feds not finna play no games because the footage, he was selling the footage while he was locked up and they got everything on camera.
It's only a matter of time before we get to court and we see the evidence that the FBI has really put together. You got to realize the FBI, they work feverishly to build a rock-solid case that they're not going to lose. They've got the funding to do it, and they put the time and they invest into the search warrants, the cameras in the walls, the cameras in the plants, wherever he could have put anything electrical.
Every private jet that he got on, he had the cameras in the private jet.
He has camera everywhere.
He want to keep surveillance of the people he got working
cameras
for him,
in his cars. He's got cameras in the kitchen. He's got cameras in the bathroom probably. Like, this man knows no idea of personal space. So I could just see I'm trying to go to the bathroom and can't.
They went through Jay-Z's phone. They found exactly the day that this occurred with Kim Porter, and she was left unresponsive. Do you think they finna leave that unturned?
How about the time he was on the yacht? Had to bring in a special plastic surgeon to get her fixed up in a timely manner.
Because he was instantly trying to control her. He wanted Kim Porter to do, like, literally do whatever he said and keep her in them parties for weeks and months at a time.
Kim Porter wasn't having it, and she was sick of the infidelity. She's like, either you're going to be my man or not.
She wanted to find out what Diddy was doing every time he left the house. Before he started having them parties at the mansion, he'd tell her she can't come to a certain part of the mansion.
Well, anytime you tell a woman she can't do something, hello.
She gonna be curious and want to do it.
Exactly. So that you kind of dug that and brought that on yourself, creating a curiosity that was probably unsatiable for her, and she wants to really know what's going on. So, man, if it was me, if I couldn't get up in there and see it myself, I'd start asking questions of the house.
Gene Deal been asking questions since the beginning, and he already said he gonna expose everything that they did. He ain't leaving nothing unturned. He want to get justice for Kim Porter, and Mike Tyson already said he gonna figure out everybody who was involved in this, and he gonna make sure that everybody get prosecuted for what they did to her.
As he absolutely should. He's probably the one person who can because he knows the ins and outs of Diddy's operation.
Diddy had this going on for years. He had this going on for like 20-some years. Like, real talk, like at the end of the day. And if he would have still been out, he would have still had it going on. And it would have made 30 years.
P. Diddy is the type of person that really, truly believes he can buy his way out of any situation. And when money doesn't talk for him anymore, he's kind of at a loss. The wear and tear is starting to show on him. Even the people in the courtroom from the last court hearing stated that he's looking, deteriorated. He's graying up and thinning out.
That's because he's stressing right now. His sons already said, time they talk to him, he be shaking. Like, he got the shakes now because he don't know what they finna do to him or with him.
It'd be a miracle if he comes out anywhere near on top. But there's the one thing. Nobody's going to forget all of this. His career in the industry's already cut him off. He's done lost deals. He's done lost
everything because he know what he did. Like at the end of the day, and I know for a fact that Jay-Z, he kind of upset and scared right now because whatever Diddy did, he messed up. And then they got the footage, and Jay-Z is on the footage. They said that Beyonce was on the footage.
A lot of people are on that footage, and that's what a lot of people are still scared to see, what is actually exposed.
They said that Jay-Z was swinging on that swing right over that little, he got like a little pool or something, like a square pool, and they got like these two swings. They said that Jay-Z was swinging on the swing.
Could you imagine being, having pillow talk with your wife at night, and all of a sudden she goes, hey.
She didn't know. She was on the other side of the house.
Being one of P. Diddy's guests. Could you imagine having pillow talk with your wife one night, and she goes, hey, did you ever go to a P. Diddy party, baby?
She knew that he went there, but she didn't think that they was doing that. Like at the end of the day, they said that Gene Deal was blocking the door so Beyonce couldn't even see over there. She kept trying to look over Gene Deal's shoulder. And then they kept telling, like, J-Lo over there, you can go over there, you Jay-Z girl, Diddy girl over there. And this is where everybody kept saying, like, Beyonce never knew about what was going on. It's a sad situation.
I disagree with that, though, because if you pay attention to the rumors are out there.
What they say?
Jay-Z gave P. Diddy Beyonce.
They gave, would he give her a watch or a ring or something?
No. Jay-Z gave Beyonce to P. Diddy.
That's crazy because at the end of the day, Kim Porter should have never went out like that. Kim Porter saw what he was doing after a while when she was trying to leave him. We know what happened with Kid Cudi. We know what happened with Al B.
It is crazy that he blew up his car. Yeah. Who does that?
A person does that when they're jealous of you. And they said that Kim Porter, when she finally found out that he was doing that, she instantly tried to cut him off. And as soon as she tried to leave him, that's when he showed her. And that's when she instantly started trying to write the book.
I'm sorry. You start blowing up people's cars that I know, I'm outro. I'm going to be so far gone. I'm going to change my name, whatever it takes. I'm going to be out of that mess. Because if you're going to blow up someone's car over me, what are you going to do to me? We see what he's going to do to her. He throws her down a hallway and, well, we seen the video.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, that's why Cassie found that lawsuit for all them millions of dollars. She knew exactly when she opened up a can of worms for Diddy. And then Diddy, he got to fight his way up out of it. This is sad. I want y'all to hit the like button if you rocking with Kim Porter. Hit the like button. Drop the RP Kim Porters down in the comment section. We know exactly what they finna do to Jay-Z now. It's crazy because they shouldn't have never let her leave that party because if she would have stayed there, regardless of what she saw, and it's crazy, she would have still been here with us today. Let me know down in the comment section, do y'all think Kim Porter would have still been here with us today?
I believe Kim Porter would have absolutely still been here with us today if these people would just live life a little better. Come on now. You are in a position to where you could help people, be a positive role model for people. Instead, you're the very people that we warn our kids. You're the very people that we warn our kids about. Like, don't talk to strange strangers. You're the strange stranger.
At the end of the day, that's crazy because Diddy, he put himself in a predicament that he can't get himself up out of. And at the end of the day, you have to watch you keep yourself around because if Jay-Z saying he's denouncing you, like at the end of the day, we can read between the lines. What is he basically saying? He's basically saying that he don't want to get caught up in the drama you got going on regardless of how you feel about it.
It's a dog-eat-dog world, and I'm going to save my skin before you can save yours. And that's exactly what's going on right now. It's not the are we our brother's keeper and we write this out.
No, it ain't that right now. It ain't loyalty right now.
No,
it was loyalty when that money was getting made.
It's let me get up out of here while I can. It wouldn't surprise me in the next few weeks if we don't hear some news broadcast going, Jay-Z bought a private island and is unreachable.
Exactly, because Jay-Z not trying to get caught up in that. I don't blame him, but they say he ain't had nothing to do with what happened with that girl. But they said that Kim Porter, man, R.I.P. Kim Porter, because she'll still be here with us right now. If he would have never did what he did, he knew exactly what he put himself into. He shouldn't have never been hanging around Diddy. Whatever agreement that him and Diddy had, he shouldn't have never did it because they got him on camera.
Absolutely. You know, I really wonder what Beyonce is going through right now and how this is affecting her as a woman, and your man's accused of these things. But I mean, she's no innocent angel either. She's been around all this and seen it. She's just as much a witness to many things for P. Diddy as Jay-Z is, because they've all been in that group hanging out together personally. So hopefully she's not another victim to all this chaos.
Yeah, I want everybody to know this is a sad situation, but Diddy, he has a timeline behind him. I want y'all to know this is a sad situation, but this is something that Diddy brought upon himself. He got to face the consequences, and basically he got to take full responsibility for everything that he did, every action that he took, every crime that he committed inside those parties. He should have did what he did. He should have instantly hosted his parties regularly instead of putting stuff in people's drinks. They said that Kim Porter, she kept on telling him, I do not want to drink nothing. I'm good. She saw what they was doing. Gene Deal kept whispering in her ear, telling her, like, man, you know what Diddy did to that. Don't drink that. He was looking out for her.
Hey, even Al B. Shore called out and said that there should have been an investigation to Kim Porter's death. There is no telling what really happened that night. But we do know that there are rumors that the casket was bought 2 months in advance. We do know that she was writing a tell-all book that would have hung however many people, but especially P. Diddy.
They said they even had what happened to Tupac and Aaliyah up in there.
I wouldn't surprise me, and I still think that there's way more to Aaliyah's death than, oh, the plane was just too heavy. Come on now.
What I heard, they said that Gene Deal exposed it. He said that Jay-Z was the one who talked to Aaliyah right before she even got on the plane. So regardless of what went down, so a lot of people involved in what's going on with Kim Porter, but we know for a fact the only reason why Kim Porter even got taken out is because she was going to release that book about Diddy and what he was doing inside them parties. He should have never did it. Like, how you going to get mad because a person got you on camera? You got them on camera. How you going to be a hypocrite like that?
Well, you got to realize, too, that when you hired a Gene Deal, you're hiring more than just a bodyguard. This is a man who...
He's an ex-parole officer, man.
Homeland Security. I believe he was a Marine. Like, this man is paid to pay attention to the details and to see what no one is expecting to be seen. He could tell it all and lay it out there faster than anybody, and I bet you he's one of the key witnesses for the FBI.
They already said Jaguar Wright and Gene Deal was the one who blew the lid off everything.
That's why Jay-Z is hiding?
Yeah.
Literally. He's denouncing his friendship with P. Diddy. He's trying to lay very low in the limelight because now he's got possibly fictitious lawsuits being brought against him without supporting evidence. He doesn't want to get caught up any further, but at the same time, what does he know about Kim Porter? What does he know about Aaliyah? What does he know about Tupac that would absolutely hang P. Diddy? And why isn't he willing to just put it out there at this point? That could be the biggest bargaining chip that Jay-Z could ever have with the federal investigation.
This is sad, but we know that this happened time to time. You need to watch who you keep around you because Jay-Z, he's going to be one of the other ones who tell everything. Do y'all think that Jay-Z going to tell everything even though he in the hot chair right now? We know that Jay-Z, he got ties with Diddy going way back to the 2000s. Like, at the end of the day, they was together. They have them on video, audio, VHS, everything.
He was a part of so many incidents that are in P. Diddy's lawsuits that it's not even funny. And P. Diddy really could take Jay-Z down with him. So if you're going to truly try to separate house, you better rethink your strategy.
Don't denounce nobody and you ain't ready for what's going to come behind it. Because regardless of what's going on, it all can instantly turn right back on you.
Absolutely. Because, again, they were side by side a lot of times. From incident after incident, and it's on camera. You've got Gene Dill that witnessed it. You've got other people that witnessed it. That somebody is going to spill the beans, even if P. Diddy doesn't.
Remember, Tupac case ain't over with.
Absolutely not.
Whenever the feds got you, they will let you sit in there, fight your time, and then when you get out and you ready to walk out them doors, hit you with another charge because They've been holding this over your head for years. The feds have a 99% conviction rate. You shouldn't do things and thinking that they're not watching. People already been told on him what happened with Tupac. They said it was $1 million gave out. They said Jay-Z gave 500,000, and they said Diddy gave 500,000.
Either they have somebody working in-house that nobody knows who it is, or, you know, I'm sorry to say, I don't believe the federal investigation always moves purely with
No,
the
they
law.
move strategically.
So
because
they could tap into your phone at any time. They could hear your conversations
especially
at
when
any
you get
time.
locked up for fighting with the girl.
Definitely. They're trying to figure out, there are keywords now, and we have to go back as far as this doesn't even have anything to do with P. Diddy.
Yeah, you got to really pay close attention to the key facts of everything because the investigators, they're not finna play no games.
They're going to hunt and turn over every stone and flip every page in a book if they have to.
They don't want Diddy to get out no time soon.
No, absolutely not. They took too long to get him.
He wanted to pay $500 million to get out, man. Come on now. How could you pay out $50 million? $50 million.
Look, still, I could go buy an island. The judge didn't take that? Come on now. You know there's reasons why the judge didn't go for it. $50 million
They
could do a
rated
state
everything.
a lot of good. And that money
For
goes
real.
into the state. So what really made them say no? Oh, let's see. Coercion of witnesses, threatening of the witnesses and their
Racketeering.
families, assault.
Yeah.
He's sitting there trying to make...
They got him on video with Cassie in the hotel. They got him on video inside them parties. You cannot...
It's over
You
with
can't
for
excuse the
him.
fact of what's going
It's
on.
over with. And if it wasn't over with, even if he somehow or another gets acquitted, let's say, it's going to be over with. His career is over with. People are not going to forget this. They're just not.
Like, at the end of the day, this happens. But Jay-Z, Diddy, everybody know what y'all did. Al B. Sure, Kim Porter, Tupac, Cassie, whoever else. Man, R.I.P., get well. Like, at the end of the day, because this is something that it continues to happen with Diddy, and it revolves around everything that he's doing. We need to really look at what the investigators are saying. The Fed said that the initial police report stated that Diddy, he did this stuff. They have him on footage for years, for over 20 years.
His characteristics speak for themselves. Like, he has had anger issues. He has a whole history timeline, shall you, of over 20 different incidents since he was a youth all the way till now, where he's getting involved in assault and harassment. And these are just the things we know about.
Diddy bogus for what he did. He should have never even put himself in this situation.
Yeah, hopefully he can get himself out. He should never started what he couldn't finish. And this is one thing he ain't going to be able to finish. When you live in a world where you think you can buy your way out of anything, you build yourself a false sense of reality, a false sense of security that is really non-existent. Because at any point in time, money can become a current that's not going to pay the bill.
Diddy thought that he was going to get out of this one. But Kim Porter, her legacy will live on. R.I.P. Kim Porter. Drop the Kim Porters down in the comment section. It's sad because Katt Williams said that Jay-Z went inside of Kim Porter's house right after she left that party. Diddy knew exactly what Jay-Z did. This is something that we all knew. It was going to come to the light one day.
Jaguar Wright allegedly said P. Diddy has been putting tapes on the market, selling them for $500 million a piece. Now, of course, this is the black market. But you know what else I heard got the black market? Which really just makes me wonder. His cell phone. One of his discarded cell phones is now allegedly out there for anybody to get their hands on.
She taught a lot of people a lot of things, and she was a pillar to the community.
The recent charges are not the first controversial that the music and entrepreneur has faced over the years. Combs has attempted to rebrand himself as Brother Love, but as he has a prolonged history of allegations of violence dating back to the 90s, he's never been convicted of a serious crime, but has repeatedly been accused of having violent encounters with everybody from his exes, Cassie and Gina, who alleged physical abuse in 2019, to the executives Steve Stout and rappers like J. Cole and Drake. Responding to Cassie's claims, Combs' attorney told the New York Times that Mr. Combs denies these offenses and outrageous allegations.
It's sad that this even had to go down, but Gene Deal said that Rihanna was the main one who told Tupac, like, man, she was in the room when Tupac saw everything that was going down. People didn't know Diddy was doing that type of stuff. And this is something that Kim Porter, she shouldn't have had to see because she was the mother of his kids. And if he was doing this stuff under wraps where nobody really knew about it unless they was invited, she would have instantly stopped messing with him a long time ago before he blew up Kid Cudi car.
Looking at Combs' timeline, it really starts back to CCNY tragedy in 1991. Combs co-promoted a celebrity basketball game and concert at City College of New York where 9 people died and 29 were injured. The gym had a capacity of 2,730 people, but where as many as 5,000 people showed up to the event.
5,000?
5,000, and they did not have enough security to control the crowd.
And Diddy and them knew that everybody was going to run out there. Like at the end of the day,
it got
be a lot of
worse than
them.
that.
They be packed, especially their entourage. Diddy have a lot of people with him.
They broke down the gym door and rushed the lobby. They literally stampeded the place.
This is the same thing that happened when Tupac went to that hotel, the MGM. And next thing you know, this is where Mike Tyson, he ended up seeing Tupac for the last time. R.P. Tupac. Tupac shouldn't have never even went out like that. And Tupac was the main one who kept telling Suge Knight he should just go straight to the spot. He shouldn't stop nowhere. He ended up stopping at the light. The light was yellow at first, but then next thing you know, Suge Knight, he instantly hit the brakes. Next thing you know, this is where the girls start hollering out, Tupac, Tupac. They spotted him from that point on. They pulled right up on the side of him. And next thing you know, this is where Tupac instantly, he's not here with us right now. R.I.P. Tupac, man. R.I.P. Kim Porter.
The resulting of that incident in 1991, Combs was cited for hiring inadequate, inexperienced security, and he settled out with a lawsuit. That lawsuit did not finalize until 2000. They had a lot of decision-making to make because of the family members of the attendees who had died. Jake's shooting in 1995, Combs and Death Row Records co-founder Suge Knight were once friends, but the animosity that fueled the violent rivalry between Death Row and Bad Boy started once Knight's friends and security guard Jake was killed outside an Atlanta nightclub after an argument with the Bad Boy camp.
That's sad because P. Diddy's name is involved in a lot of stuff, and the feds, they looking at it as if he think he gonna get out actually scot-free from everything that was alleged. You cannot get away from these. You can't even get away from a crime if you did it 10, 20 years ago because the evidence still gonna come back and it's gonna point back to the person who was at the scene.
Somehow or another, Combs has denied involvement in this shooting, which Knight reportedly held him responsible for.
Mike Tyson already knew for a fact that Suge Knight was gonna eventually go to jail. He already said that Gene Deal was right there. Mike Tyson said he'll do anything to protect Kim Porter. Diddy was the main one who gave Keefy D the money. He gave him $1 million to do that to Tupac. Tupac was a legend. R.I.P. Tupac. Drop the Tupacs in the comment section. Hit the like button if you think that Tupac, he could have still been here right now if this wasn't a part of one of Diddy's shenanigans.
Or how about the attack on Steve in 1998? Combs and 2 other men attacked Steve Stout after the music executive enormously sent MTV a version of Combs and Nas' Hate Me Now music video, which contained a scene that P. Diddy wanted cut out.
Diddy don't like stuff like that. He don't like when certain people be trying to go against his movement and what he got going on. Diddy knew for a fact that they was going to eventually charge him with something. It was too many crimes done. And they said the way that Kim Porter was right there telling him to stop doing it, she was trying to release her book, and then next thing you know, she gets sent up.
Stout says that Combs and 2 men barged into his New York City office and attacked him with a champagne bottle. He was charged with second-degree assault and criminal mischief. Stout claims that his arm and jaw were broken in the attack, but Combs denies any bones were broken to MTV, also telling the network, I basically went to his office, and what happened in his office, I can't really speak about it, but I can say this. The way I handled myself in his office was completely wrong, and I have since apologized to Steve about that, and I felt like, I just disappointed myself. Combs was sentenced to a 1-day anger management class. Who gets a 1-day anger management class? He's already building a history of needing to handle his anger. 1 day? This is him trying to buy himself out of situations.
He keep trying to do that when they not finna let him just go like that. A lot of the stuff that they saying, but some stuff that they basically alleging, this stuff is on camera. So it's not alleged. They got it on footage. And all the VHS footages that he tried to get rid of, so-called hide them, they got them. It's over with. They found all the safes in the master bedroom. They even went in his son King Combs' room, and they found everything that they was trying to stash. That's why they brought him to court, and now he got to face charges of alleged assault.
Then we lead into the Club New York shooting in 1999. In 1999, Combs and his bad boy signee Jamal Burrow were participating at Club New York when Diddy knocked a drink out of Matthew Allen's hand. Allen got into an argument with Combs and someone threw money in Combs' face. Allen also threatened Shine. Prosecutors alleged amid the fray, all three men drew guns, and Shine was shot 3 times in the crowded club.
He still got locked up behind it, and Diddy told J-Lo she need to fall back and instantly had the gun. She was the one that brought the gun up in there. And a lot of people know for a fact, you cannot tell Gene Deal to stand right there and protect you and think that he ain't gonna say nothing years later. Them NDAs don't hold that long.
Somehow or another, Combs was acquitted of all charges, while Shine was found guilty of 5 of his 8 charges and was sentenced to 10 years in prison.
He made him take the rap when J-Lo was the one that brought it up in there. Just like J-Lo was the one who Diddy gave the phone call to as soon as he left Kim Porter's house. This is a sad situation because if him and Kim Porter never had that argument at Jay-Z party, she would have never left and she would have still been here with us today. Jaguar Wright said that J-Lo, she played a big part in this. And Jaguar Wright, she trying to get justice for everybody who they did that to.
In 2013, Combs was allegedly involved in an altercation with J. Cole at a 2013 MTV VMA after party. Multiple sources alleged to Complex that a visibly intoxicated Combs accosted Kendrick Lamar after his fiery verse on Big Sean's Control, where he bragged he was the king of New York. Combs allegedly tried to pour a drink on Kendrick before Cole intervened and they got into a fight. The New York Post, however, reported that the scuffle occurred after J. Cole was saying inappropriate things to Sean Combs and his girlfriend Cassie. A witness told them that some pushing and shoving happened. No punches were thrown, but it was a visible disturbance. Both men immediately denied the fight took place, though Cole later rapped, "My latest scrap was with Puff Daddy, who would have thought?" On 2021's Let Go of My Hand.
Everybody knew what happened in 2000. This is why Jay-Z, he trying to stay away from Diddy, and he trying to act like he don't even know this man. How many other people gonna come out and say that they don't know Diddy? He act like he helped them people, but these people sat there and became a victim to everything that he basically brought to their life. They weren't going through that before they met Diddy. Diddy was one of the main ones who he trying to get out this situation right now, and he really trying to plead and give them any information that they need just so that he can go free and go home to his kids. It's like he don't have no remorse for other people and their well-being. This is something that we really need to pay close attention to because Jay-Z denouncing him as a friend. Now, you really got to pay close attention to the people you keep around because y'all been through so much together. Y'all did so much for all these years. And the feds got all this footage of y'all together in the same room. They know exactly what they said Beyonce did. They said Beyonce was on that 50-foot bed. Like, we know for a fact that this is something that it could have been avoided. This is why Rihanna, she trying to get in touch with everybody who was around it. That's why Rihanna trying to stay out the way. There's a lot of people who know for a fact they saw so many people there at that party, and then next thing you know, Jay-Z, he instantly tried to act like ain't nothing never happened once Diddy came back. How could you sit there and run to the house behind this lady, R.P. Kim Porter, and then you go back to the party and not care what's going on with her, and then you go stand right outside her house acting like you don't know that this just went on when she was left unresponsive? This is something that Jaguar Wright kept saying a long time ago, and she's still saying it to this day. She said that Kim Porter was in that house and the mysterious death occurred. R.I.P. Kim Porter. Hit the like button if you think that Gene Deal not wrong for telling them what he saw.
Gene Deal is absolutely not wrong for telling him what he saw. Otherwise, literally, he's an accessory. He was there when it happened, and he knew about it, and he didn't report it. This is a man that you are talking about is used to being able to buy his way out of situation after situation after situation. He thinks that the money talks for him. He thinks he can do what he wants, when he wants, how he wants, and he does not care the consequences or the effects that it has on other people in their lives and their families. It shows in everything, his history, the way he moves, the way he thinks he can just continue to manipulate. But where it all started to come to head is with Kim Porter.
You can't sit there and go out there and do this to this lady and think her son's not going to come and ask him for questions. I don't care who was there. Nobody should have been there in that lady's house. She has the keys to her own house. Nobody should have been in there but her or her kids.
You also got to realize she tried to warn Cassie, Her and Cassie were in no way, shape, or form the best of friends. Obviously, look at the tail end of where everything is. It's a part of P. Diddy's infidelity. But she did try to warn her, like, girl, get out now. It ain't worth it.
Cassie thought that Kim Porter was just a baby mama and that their relationship was just, it's just mommy-daddy relationship. We just come and drop the kids off and then we take care of the kids, but we do it from a distance. Whole time, P. Diddy, he had his own stuff going on. It's a sad situation. Kim Porter kids shouldn't have never even had to witness this stuff. Their mother is somebody who they looked up to, the community. They were shocked when they heard about this. P. Diddy knew exactly what he did. R.I.P. Kim Porter. Man, R.I.P. Tupac. This shouldn't have never even went down like this. Get well, Cassie.
You know, there's a lot of speculation as to why. They never did an investigation on Kim Porter's passing. They never investigated her body. They never investigated the house. And typically when someone passes away alone, that is exactly what they do. Because they want to rule out all shadow of a doubt. They want to make sure that they have dotted every I and crossed every T. On the other hand, there is allegations rumored that there was a golden casket ordered 2 months in advance.
That's crazy. Whatever's done in the dark will come to the light. And a lot of people think that you could just scave through the streets and think that it won't catch back up with you. We will catch back up with you. Diddy had bad intentions, and Kim Porter was the main one telling Beyonce, like, man, why is they steady doing this at every party? We just coming here because we bored. Diddy, he tried to instantly cap it off. Him and Jay-Z act like they weren't even really doing that every party, but they came to enough parties to know that this is something that they really intertwine in.
P. Diddy lost control of his situations. He really did. He started out as an entrepreneur and a person who could get out there and make a name for himself, for his family, and build an empire. And it went from harassing and assaulting and threatening people to manipulating the system, getting involved into the, shall we say, blacklisted areas of life where you should have no involvement. If anything, you should be out there rallying against and protecting the children. You are one of many with a voice that could. And yet you took what could have been great for the community and great for everybody around you and your family, and you went the dark path with it.
He wanted to do other things with it. He had all that power, and he used it for the bad things, and he could have instantly used that to do what he had to do. Instantly. Keep on inspiring people to do what they got to do in the rapping. Everybody know for a fact Kim Porter, she was the main one, was going to expose it all. Gene Deal, Jaguar Wright, they said what they said, but Kim Porter had some in that book that nobody really thought that was really going on. That's why Jay-Z, he didn't want Kim Porter to sit out there and instantly make money off his name. This is why everything went down the way it went down. And they said that Gene Deal was the one who came out and told everybody what was finna go down.
I just wonder who's really on the back door of this. Who is making these actions and motions happen? Because part of me just doesn't believe P. Diddy is in it by himself. And I'm really curious to see the list of witnesses and, other suspects that the FBI presents once we actually go to trial.
The evidence going to present itself. And a lot of people don't know that once you put 2 and 2 together, you're going to instantly come up with a conclusion. And the result of that conclusion is going to be to the point where you're going to be like, man, damn, I didn't know he did that. P. Diddy, he got his ass in some hot water now. It's finna be over with for him because we don't know what other victim gonna come out. He did so much to so many people. And it's sad that this happened, but Diddy, he brought it upon himself.
We are currently sitting at 100+ lawsuits and allegations brought against this man. It could be mind-blowing, blowing your socks off what they really have for evidence to present.